I first found out about Town Hall, MSC Open House, and I had walked through and I didn't know which organizations to join. And as I was leaving, I got a call from my dad and he said, Grant, I was in MSC Town Hall back when I was here in the 80s, and since you're so involved in music, you should at least go check it out. You're gonna like the people. And so I walked up to the booth, they told me a little bit about it. I went to one of their informationals and immediately was like, well, that's what I'm gonna be in. And I've been here ever since. This is my third year in Town Hall. And so it's been a good ride. So when my dad was first here in Town Hall, see, he was class of '86. They had a marketing division and they needed a good photographer, and my dad already had all the equipment and everything they needed, and so he instantly became the photographer. But my dad took pictures of dozens of different bands that came through, including some very famous ones back in the day. Bands like ZZ Top, Tom Petty, Alabama, or Kiss, or people like that. And I've grown up seeing all the great photos he had from back in the day. So my love for music started when I was 13. Big reason why I joined Town Hall was because of my dad. And I grew up going to concerts, listening to classic rock. I don't remember why, but I asked my parents for a guitar, and they gave me an acoustic guitar, a Fender, and it's carried forward until today. I've been playing guitar ever since. I've played in a number of different bands, and the current band I'm involved in is called the Riverside Four. We play mostly country and blues, and for different venues around here. We'll go play for sorority parties. We'll go play for really anyone who wants us to play. At this point, it's not about the money. We just want to play because of a love of music. We'd play if we weren't paid. At MSC Town Hall, my job is the Lunchbox Concert Series executive. I book small bands from all over Texas, from Houston, Austin, Dallas, and San Antonio, and bring them into town to perform for the student body. They'll perform right out here from 12 to 1 on every other Thursday in Rudder Plaza. And we have all different genres of artists to come, different sizes. When it comes to booking bands, we try not to book any two bands that sound similar. We want to make sure we have a diverse sound. Generally what will happen is we'll get in contact with dozens of bands and narrow it down to a few. And if they're available, they'll send us their videos of them. They'll send us audio clips, CDs, something like that. And if we like the way they sound, if they don't sound too much like other artists, then we'll bring them through. Lunchbox Concert Series can often provide a great deal of exposure for artists that are just getting off the ground or in the middle stages of their career. We'll have anywhere between 100 and 200 students walk by or actively watch the show, and oftentimes they'll go watch them later that same night at other venues in College Station. Music will always be in my life, that's for sure. I don't see it ever leaving. I mean, it's the most fun. It's the best feeling on earth when you're on stage playing and listening to music. But the other half of me wants to be an entrepreneur, work in technology, work in finance, and so it's always been half and half. But I realize what I'm better at is business, and happily, what I get to do in Town Hall it's the intersection between both. I get to work on the business side of things, bringing bands, and I also get to experience music. One of my favorite quotes is from a movie called The Dead Poets Society with Robin Williams, and he's got this great line in the movie where he says, engineering, medicine, these are great pursuits, very noble pursuits, but they're not the things we're actually living for, like music, poetry, and film. And to me, that's where music fits in. It's one of the things that's actually worth living for. And it's something that's a little bit underrepresented here at A&M, and it's a pleasure for me to help bridge that gap. My name is Grant Weston, and this is my Aggie Story.